Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Helpdesk Support Training Program. I'm excited to have you join this learning journey as we explore the fundamentals of helpdesk support and the key responsibilities of a helpdesk analyst. In today's session, we'll learn how a helpdesk functions within an organization, how support teams work together to resolve issues, and how tickets are managed from creation through resolution. We'll also cover important concepts such as support levels, ticket types, service level agreements, ticket lifecycle management, ticket triage, escalation processes, and real-world support scenarios. Whether you are completely new to helpdesk support or looking to strengthen your foundation, this training will provide the knowledge and practical understanding needed to confidently begin supporting users and business applications. So let's get started with Session 1, Helpdesk Fundamentals. Now that we've introduced the training program, let's take a look at the roadmap for the next 5 days. This training has been structured to help new helpdesk analysts gradually build their knowledge and confidence. On day 1, we'll focus on helpdesk fundamentals, which provide the foundation for understanding support operations and user assistance. On day 2, we'll explore the ticketing tool and learn how support requests are logged, tracked, assigned, and managed throughout their lifecycle. Day 3 focuses on application support, where we'll discuss common application issues, troubleshooting techniques, and support responsibilities. On day 4, you'll participate in shadow support activities, observing experienced analysts as they handle real tickets and interact with users. Finally, on day 5, we'll conduct a readiness assessment to evaluate your understanding and determine whether you're prepared to begin handling support requests under supervision. By following this structured approach, you'll gain both theoretical knowledge and practical insight into how a professional helpdesk operates. Now let's begin by understanding what a helpdesk is and why it plays such an important role within an organization. A helpdesk serves as the single point of contact between users and the support organization. Whenever users encounter an issue, need assistance, request access, report a problem, or have a question about an application, the helpdesk is typically the first team they contact. Think of the helpdesk as the front door of IT support. Instead of users reaching out directly to developers, infrastructure teams, database administrators, or application specialists, all requests are routed through the helpdesk first. The helpdesk is responsible for tracking and resolving issues by creating tickets, gathering information, performing initial troubleshooting, and ensuring that every request is properly managed from start to finish. In many cases, the helpdesk also works closely with other support teams. If an issue cannot be resolved at the first level, the helpdesk coordinates with application teams, infrastructure teams, or developers to ensure the problem reaches the right experts. Another important responsibility of the helpdesk is communication. Users should always know the status of their requests, what actions are being taken, and when they can expect updates. This helps build trust and improves the overall support experience. The helpdesk also ensures compliance with service level agreements, commonly known as SLAs. This means that tickets are acknowledged and resolved within agreed timelines to meet business expectations. For example, if a user cannot log in to an application, needs access to a system, encounters an error message, or requires guidance on a process, the helpdesk is responsible for managing that request and driving it toward resolution. In simple terms, the helpdesk acts as the bridge between users and technical teams, ensuring that support requests are handled efficiently, professionally, and within defined service commitments. Now that we understand the role of a helpdesk, let's look at an important concept that often causes confusion: the difference between a helpdesk and a service desk. Although the two terms are frequently used interchangeably, they are not exactly the same. A helpdesk is primarily focused on issue resolution. Its main objective is to help users when something goes wrong and restore normal operations as quickly as possible. For example, if a user cannot log into an application, forgets a password, encounters an error message, or experiences a system issue, the helpdesk is responsible for providing support and resolving the problem. Because it responds to issues after they occur, a helpdesk is generally considered reactive in nature. A service desk, on the other hand, has a broader responsibility. It focuses on the overall management and delivery of IT services across the organization. In addition to handling incidents and user requests, a service desk may also be involved in employee onboarding, software deployments, asset management, change management, service improvements, and ensuring that IT services align with business needs. Since it focuses not only on resolving issues but also on improving and managing services, a service desk is considered more proactive in its approach. A simple way to remember the difference is this: a help desk focuses on fixing issues, while a service desk focuses on managing and delivering IT services. Another important point is that every service desk includes help desk functions. A service desk can perform all the activities of a help desk, but it also handles many additional responsibilities related to service management. In summary, a help desk is issue resolution focused and reactive, while a service desk is service management focused and proactive. Understanding this distinction helps us see how support teams fit into the larger IT organization and how they contribute to business success. Now let's look at the different support levels commonly used in IT support organizations. Most support teams are structured into multiple levels to ensure that issues are handled by the right people with the right expertise. The first level is known as Level 1, or L1 support. This is typically the first point of contact for users. When a ticket is created, it usually arrives with the L1 team first. An L1 analyst is responsible for understanding the issue, gathering information, categorizing the ticket, performing basic troubleshooting, and resolving common problems whenever possible. Examples of L1 activities include password resets, account unlocks, access verification, basic application support, and guiding users through standard procedures. If the issue cannot be resolved at the first level, it is escalated to Level 2 or L2 support. L2 teams consist of functional or application experts who have deeper knowledge of the systems they support. They handle more complex issues that require detailed investigation and technical analysis. For example, an L2 analyst may review application logs, analyze data issues, investigate configuration problems, or troubleshoot functional defects within an application. If the issue cannot be resolved by the L2 team, or if it requires specialized technical expertise, the ticket may be escalated to Level 3 or L3 support. L3 support typically consists of highly specialized technical teams such as infrastructure, network, database, or development teams. Depending on the nature of the issue, the ticket is routed to the appropriate team. For example, if an application server is down, there is a storage issue, or users are experiencing network connectivity problems, the infrastructure or network team may become involved in the resolution process. Similarly, if there is a database-related issue such as missing data, database failures, or performance concerns, the database team may investigate and resolve the problem. If the issue is caused by a software defect, application bug, or requires changes to the application's code, the ticket is typically assigned to the development team. These teams have deeper technical access and specialized knowledge required to resolve complex issues that cannot be handled by L1 or L2 support. A simple way to remember the support levels is this: L1 handles common issues and initial troubleshooting, L2 handles advanced investigation and functional expertise, and L3 teams handle the most complex technical issues requiring specialized knowledge or technical intervention. By following this support structure, organizations can ensure that tickets are handled efficiently while making the best use of specialized technical resources. Now let's discuss the different ticket types that you will encounter while working in a help desk environment. Understanding ticket types is important because it helps ensure that requests follow the correct process, are assigned to the right teams, and receive the appropriate level of attention. The first ticket type is an incident. An incident is used when something that was previously working is no longer functioning as expected. The primary goal of incident management is to restore normal service as quickly as possible. Examples of incidents include users being unable to log in, receiving error messages, experiencing application failures, or reporting that a website is unavailable. The second ticket type is a service request. A service request is used when a user needs something rather than reporting a fault or failure. In this case, nothing is broken. The user is simply requesting a service or access. Common examples include requesting access to an application, resetting a password, requesting a report, creating a new user account, or obtaining additional permissions. The third ticket type is a problem. A problem focuses on identifying and eliminating the root cause of recurring incidents. For example, if multiple users continue experiencing the same login issue over a period of time, individual incident tickets may be created initially. However, a problem ticket would be open to investigate the underlying cause and implement a permanent solution. The goal of problem management is not just to fix individual occurrences, but to prevent the issue from happening again in the future. The fourth ticket type is a change request. A change request is used when modifications are required within a system, application, or business process. Examples include adding a new feature, modifying an existing workflow, implementing a configuration change, creating a new report, or making enhancements requested by business users. Unlike incidents which focus on restoring service, change requests focus on improving or modifying existing services. A simple way to remember these ticket types is this. An incident means something is broken, a service request means a user needs something, a problem focuses on identifying the root cause of recurring issues, and a change request involves modifying or improving an existing service. As a helpdesk analyst, correctly identifying the ticket type is one of the first and most important steps in effective ticket management. Now let's discuss one of the most important concepts in support operations: service level agreements, commonly known as SLAs. An SLA is a commitment between the support organization and its users that defines how quickly support teams are expected to respond to and resolve tickets. SLAs help ensure consistency, accountability, and a better support experience for users. There are two key SLA measurements that every helpdesk analyst should understand. The first is the response SLA. Response SLA refers to the amount of time the support team has to acknowledge a ticket after it has been created. For example, if a user reports an issue at 9 a.m. and the response SLA is 4 hours, the helpdesk team must acknowledge the ticket and communicate with the user before 1 p.m. It is important to understand that acknowledging a ticket does not mean the issue has been resolved. It simply means the support team has reviewed the request and started working on it. The second type is the resolution SLA. Resolution SLA refers to the amount of time the support team has to fully resolve the issue. For example, if the resolution SLA is 2 business days, the support team is expected to investigate, resolve the issue, and provide a solution within that time frame. Another important factor that influences SLA management is business impact. Business impact refers to how severely an issue affects users, business operations, or critical services. For example, if an entire organization cannot access a critical application, the business impact is very high. On the other hand, if a single user needs assistance with a minor issue, the business impact may be much lower. This brings us to another important concept: priority versus SLA. Many new analysts assume that priority and SLA are the same thing, but they are actually different. Priority determines how urgent a ticket is and how quickly it should receive attention based on its impact and urgency. SLA, on the other hand, defines the agreed response and resolution timelines that must be met. For example, a critical system outage affecting hundreds of users would typically receive a high priority and may have very aggressive SLA targets. A low priority request affecting only one user may have longer SLA timelines. As a helpdesk analyst, understanding SLA commitments, business impact, and ticket priorities is essential because these factors help ensure that the most important issues receive attention first while maintaining service commitments to users. In simple terms, response SLA tells us how quickly we must respond, resolution SLA tells us how quickly we must resolve the issue, and priority helps us determine which tickets need attention first. Now let's look at the ticket lifecycle, which represents the journey of a ticket from the moment it is created until it is finally closed. Understanding the ticket lifecycle is important because it helps support teams track progress, maintain accountability, and ensure that users are kept informed throughout the resolution process. The first stage is new. A ticket enters the new status as soon as it is created by a user or received by the help desk. At this point, the ticket has not yet been reviewed or assigned to anyone. This is also where ticket triage typically begins. During triage, the help desk analyst reviews the ticket, understands the issue, categorizes it, determines its priority, and decides who should handle it. Once the ticket has been reviewed and assigned, it moves to the open status. The open status indicates that the ticket has been acknowledged and is ready for investigation or action. The next stage is in progress. This means that work has started on the ticket. The analyst is actively investigating the issue, gathering information, performing troubleshooting steps, or coordinating with other support teams to identify a solution. Sometimes additional information is required before work can continue. In such cases, the ticket is moved to the waiting for user status. For example, the analyst may require screenshots, error messages, approval information, or additional details from the user. While waiting for that information, the ticket remains in this status until the user responds. Once the issue has been successfully resolved, the ticket is moved to the resolved status. At this stage, the analyst believes the issue has been fixed and communicates the resolution to the user. Examples may include resetting a password, granting access, correcting a configuration issue, or applying a solution provided by another support team. The final stage is closed. A ticket is typically closed after the user confirms that the issue has been resolved successfully. In some organizations, tickets may also be closed automatically after a certain period if the user does not respond. Let's consider a simple example. A user reports that they cannot log into an application. The ticket is created and enters the new status. The help desk reviews the ticket, performs triage, and moves it to open. The analyst begins investigating, so the status changes to in progress. The analyst requests a screenshot, moving the ticket to waiting for user. After receiving the information, the issue is identified and resolved, moving the ticket to resolved. Finally, after the user confirms successful login, the ticket is moved to closed. In simple terms, the ticket lifecycle helps us track where a ticket is, who is responsible for it, and what actions are required before it can be fully resolved and closed. Now let's discuss application understanding, which is an essential skill for every help desk analyst. While technical troubleshooting is important, it is equally important to understand the applications that users work with on a daily basis. Examples may include single sign-on systems, commonly known as SSO, Management Information Systems or MIS, Microsoft 365 applications, SharePoint, Teams, Outlook, and other business-critical applications used within the organization. When supporting any application, there are 4 key areas that every analyst should understand. The first is the purpose of the application. You should understand why the application exists and what business function it supports. For example, an SSO application allows users to access multiple systems using a single set of credentials. Microsoft 365 provides collaboration and productivity tools such as Outlook, Teams, Word, and Excel. An MIS application may be used for reporting, operational management, or business data analysis. Understanding the purpose of an application helps you better understand the issues users may encounter. The second area is understanding the business users. Different applications are used by different groups of people within an organization. Some applications may be used by all employees, while others may only be used by specific departments such as finance, human resources, operations, or management. Knowing who uses the application helps determine the business impact when issues occur. The third area is understanding common issues. Every application has recurring support requests and known problem areas. For example, users may experience login failures, access-related issues, permission errors, data mismatches, synchronization problems, application errors, or performance concerns. As a help desk analyst, becoming familiar with these common issues allows you to troubleshoot more efficiently and provide faster resolutions. The fourth area is support ownership. It is important to know which team is responsible for supporting each application. Some issues may be handled directly by the help desk, while others may require assistance from application support teams, infrastructure teams, database teams, network teams, or development teams. Understanding ownership ensures that tickets are routed correctly and escalated to the appropriate support group when necessary. For example, if a user cannot access Microsoft Teams due to a password issue, the help desk may be able to resolve it. However, if the issue is caused by a back-end service outage or application defect, the ticket may need to be escalated to a specialized support team. In summary, understanding the purpose of an application, knowing its users, recognizing common issues, and identifying the correct support owner are all critical skills that help helpdesk analysts provide effective and efficient support. Now let's bring everything together by looking at the complete support process flow. This process represents the journey of a support request from the moment a user reports an issue until the ticket is fully resolved and closed. The process begins with the user. Whenever a user experiences an issue, requires access, reports a bug, requests information, or needs assistance, they contact the help desk and a ticket is created. Once the ticket is received, the next step is analysis. During the analysis phase, the help desk analyst reviews the ticket, gathers information, understands the issue, and determines what actions are required. This stage is also where ticket triage takes place. Ticket triage can be compared to the process used in a hospital emergency room. When a patient arrives, medical staff assess the situation, determine the severity of the problem, and decide who should handle the case. Similarly, when a ticket arrives, the analyst determines the category, priority, business impact, and appropriate support team responsible for resolving the issue. For example, if a user reports that they cannot access an application, the analyst may verify whether it is a login issue, an access issue, a network problem, or an application error before deciding how to proceed. After the analysis and triage activities are completed, the ticket moves to the assignment stage. If the issue can be resolved by the help desk, it is assigned to the appropriate analyst. If specialized expertise is required, the ticket may be assigned or escalated to an application support team, infrastructure team, database team, network team, or development team. Once ownership is established, work begins on resolving the issue. During the resolution phase, analysts perform troubleshooting, investigate root causes, coordinate with other teams when necessary, implement fixes, and communicate progress to the user. An important responsibility of every helpdesk analyst is knowing when and how to escalate. Escalation should never be the first action taken after receiving a ticket. Before escalating, analysts should make every effort to understand the issue, gather relevant information, collect screenshots or error messages, verify the problem, and perform appropriate troubleshooting steps. A poor escalation might simply state that the application is not working. A good escalation provides clear details such as the issue description, affected user, error message, screenshots, troubleshooting performed, and steps to reproduce the problem. Providing complete information helps the receiving team investigate the issue more efficiently and reduces delays. Once the issue has been successfully resolved, the analyst communicates the solution to the user and confirms that normal service has been restored. The final stage is closure. After the user confirms that the issue has been resolved, the ticket is closed and the support process is completed. In summary, the support process follows a simple path. A user raises a ticket, the issue is analyzed and triaged, the ticket is assigned to the appropriate team, the issue is resolved, and finally the ticket is closed. Following this structured process helps ensure consistency, accountability, faster resolutions, and a better support experience for users. Now let's look at some real ticket examples that helpdesk analysts commonly handle on a daily basis. Understanding these examples will help you connect the concepts we've discussed with real-world support scenarios. The first example is a password reset request. This is one of the most common tickets received by a helpdesk. A user may contact support because they have forgotten their password, their account has been locked, or they are unable to log in. In this situation, the analyst verifies the user's identity, performs the password reset or account unlock process, and confirms that the user can successfully access the system. The second example is an access request. A user may require access to an application, folder, report, shared mailbox, or business system in order to perform their job responsibilities. The analyst first verifies whether the necessary approvals have been obtained. Once approval requirements have been satisfied, access is granted and the user is informed accordingly. The third example is a bug report. A bug report occurs when a user encounters unexpected application behavior that appears to be a defect in the system. For example, a button may not work correctly, an error message may appear unexpectedly, or data may not be displayed as intended. In these situations, the analyst gathers information, collects screenshots, documents the issue, attempts to reproduce the problem, and escalates the ticket to the appropriate application or development team if necessary. The fourth example is an enhancement request. Unlike a bug report, an enhancement request is not about fixing something that is broken. Instead, it involves improving or adding functionality to an existing system. For example, a business user may request a new report, an additional field on a form, a workflow improvement, or a new feature that increases efficiency. These requests are typically reviewed by business stakeholders and technical teams before implementation. The final example is a general user query. Not every ticket involves a technical issue. Sometimes users simply need information, clarification, guidance, or assistance understanding a process. In these cases, the helpdesk analyst provides accurate information, guides the user through the required steps, and ensures that the user's question has been answered satisfactorily. Although these ticket types may seem different, they all follow the same support principles. The analyst must understand the request, gather the necessary information, determine the appropriate ticket type, communicate effectively with the user, and ensure that the ticket is resolved correctly. By handling these common scenarios consistently and professionally, helpdesk analysts help maintain a positive user experience and ensure that business operations continue smoothly. That brings us to the end of Session 1, Helpdesk Fundamentals. In this session, we explored the role of a help desk, the difference between a help desk and a service desk, support levels, ticket types, SLA concepts, ticket lifecycle management, application understanding, support process flow, and real-world ticket examples. These concepts form the foundation of effective help desk operations and will help you understand how support teams deliver quality service to users and the business. As you begin handling tickets, remember the importance of communication, proper ticket categorization, accurate triage, and timely resolution. Thank you for your participation. In the next session, we will move from theory to practice and explore the ticketing tool in greater detail.